You might have heard the word Zuhd. Zuhd. Someone is Zahid. They abstain from the world. They keep away from this dunya. What does this word mean to you? If you hear someone is Zahid, or you hear someone talking about Zuhd, what does this word mean to you? The reality of Zuhd, to begin with, is az-zuhdu bil haram. The first type of Zuhd is to keep away from the haram. Before you keep away from food, before you keep away from nice things, before you give up your car or you give up your home or you wear rough clothes, the first thing you give up is you give up the haram. And this is important because a lot of people actually miss this bit out. Maybe the guy gave up food and drink, and maybe he gave up his nice house, and maybe he lives a simple life, and maybe he still didn't give up the haram. Allah didn't ask you to give up the luxuries of this world first. He asked you to give up what is haram first. He keeps away from what? Craving and looking at what is in the hands of the people. So he doesn't have jealousy. He doesn't look at what's in the hands of the people. He's satisfied with what Allah Azza wa Jal gave him, even if it's only small. The best definition of Zuhd and the most comprehensive of it, or of them, is tarku ma la yanfa'u fil akhirah. Leaving the things that don't benefit you in the akhirah. That is reality of what Zuhd is. And this is the most comprehensive and the best and the most accurate explanation of it. Tarku ma la yanfa'u fil akhirah. Leaving off all the things that don't benefit you in the akhirah. In other words, here you are in your dunya, and there are things you do. You eat, you buy clothes, you have a house, maybe you have a car, you have a job. But what you're looking at with these things, the Zahid, is not looking at those things as they are. He's looking at, is this helping me in my akhirah? So for example, this car, I go with it to the masjid, alhamdulillah. It's reliable, it always starts when I put the key in the engine, and it takes me, walillah alhamd, to the masjid, and I go to travel for seeking knowledge. This is benefiting me in the akhirah. It's benefiting me. Like maybe somebody has something that is permissible, like a nice fast sports car, and he spent a lot of money on it, and it's not haram for him. He paid his zakah. It's not haram for him. But it's not really benefiting him in the akhirah. It's not taking him closer to Jannah or further away from Jannah. It's not bringing him closer to Jannah, nor is it taking him away from Jannah. It's not really helping him. So for him, if he is a Zahid, he says this is dead weight. It's not taking me away from Allah, but it's not bringing me to my akhirah. So I'm going to get rid of it. Not because it's haram, because it's not helping me to get closer to Allah in the akhirah. The food, no doubt you can eat a small plate, you can eat a big plate, you can eat expensive food, you can eat cheap food. The person, he says, this food, alhamdulillah, it's healthy. I spend a little bit more so I don't eat really cheap food that's not healthy for me. It's healthy for me, and I feel good with it. I am healthy, I go to the masjid, I do my prayers. Alhamdulillah, I'm happy. Another person has all the different kinds of food on the table. There's some of this kind, this kind, this kind, this kind. But the Zahid says, is this going to get me closer to Allah? Don't say I'm going to say it's haram. It's not haram. Is it going to get me close to Allah or not? is this actually helping me get near to Allah, or it's not helping me get near to Allah? And if it's not helping him get near to Allah and not helping him for the akhirah, he says, it's okay, you guys have it. I don't need it. There is no doubt that this is a higher level than the basic requirement. No doubt. Because the basic requirement, I'm going to take you through 3 levels. Because the brother said correctly, Jazakallahu khairan, that zuhd is levels. I'm going to take you through 3 levels. One of them is obligatory, one level up, and one of them is the highest level. The obligatory is the first one we mentioned. It is az-zuhd bil haram, that you keep away from the haram. So I don't buy something haram, I don't spend something haram, I don't sell something haram, I don't eat haram, I don't do haram. That is the minimum standard which we're talking about. And that is the minimum nasib of the dunya you can have. Does that make sense? وَلَا تَنْسَ نَصِيبَكَ مِنَ الدُّنْيَا. The minimum extent you can say is, I will leave, but I'll just keep what is halal for me. That is the minimum that you're allowed. But there's a level up. That level up, we call it al-wara'. And al-wara', it is a level higher than that. And that level which is higher than that, it is تَرْكُ مَا يَضُرُّ فِي الْآخِرَةِ. Is the person says, I'm scared this might harm me in the akhirah, even if it's not haram. I'm scared it might harm me. I'm scared it might be haram. I'm scared I might fall into the haram. This is what we talk about al-mutashabihat and al-mushtabihat. I'm scared I might fall into the haram, so I'm not going to do this. Said, Akhi, there's nothing wrong with it. Shaykh said it's fine. I know the Shaykh said it's fine, but I just feel scared. I feel like I might fall into this thing which is haram, and I'm scared. So I'm going to keep away from it. This is what we call al-wara', and this is the second level. And the highest level is a zuhd. The highest level of a zuhd is تَرْكُ مَا لَا يَنْفَعَ فِي الْآخِرَةِ. The person leaves every single thing that doesn't benefit him in the akhirah. And if I told you some of the stories of the early generations and how they used to be, you'd be amazed. From them are those who for food, the only thing he ate was crushed breadcrumbs mixed in gravy, in like the soup. Why? He said, I just want to finish my food as quickly as possible so I can get back to worshipping Allah. And this is easy for me. It's quick, it's easy. I don't have to stress. Just put it in, drink it, done. Is that the issue of haram and halal? It's not. It's the issue of not wanting to do something that doesn't benefit you in the akhirah.